Let's look at a common issue in Photoshop CC involving artboards and exporting or save for web. So my artboard is currently evenly around the label, and I normally go to File, Export, Save for Web. When I do that, you'll see there's a lot of extra space around the label that didn't appear to be there before, and the image size is much different. So let's cancel, and you need to right click on your artboard group and select Ungroup Artboards. Now you'll see all this additional space. So we need to go to Image, Trim, if they're transparent pixels. I'm going to trim away all the sides. If it was a JPEG, you'd want to go and use your crop tool and fix your image. So now let's do a file export, save for web, and the image is looking like it should this time. So the new artboard feature, if I undo, is intended to use with the file export as feature versus save for web. And that'll natively give you the size that you were looking for. Now let's look at another area which is a source of confusion. If I click on the artboard and look at properties, if you don't have that open, go to Window, Properties. You can see my artboard is 800 pixels by 1200 pixels. If I click on my layer and go to Properties, you'll see that it is slightly different. There's some transparency, so it's a little bit smaller. So the image, the layer size is different. So now if I go to image size, which before artboards, if you were used to using image size, you'll see that this is yet another size. So let me show you an example. Let's duplicate our artboard and take a look at the image size again. You can see it's grown even more because it's reading both artboards for the entire image size. So the artboards are intended to export based on the selected artboard, so 800 by 1200. So if you right click on that and do export as, you're going to get the 800 by 1200 artboard size. Let me go ahead and cancel. If you right click and export from the layer, if your layer is a different size, then you're going to get a different size here. See, we're not getting the 800 by 1200. The image layer is slightly smaller. So you do want to check that when you're exporting, you have the entire artboard selected. You can either right click or go to File, Export As to get to that dialog box.